Wow, what a way to win, huh?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your first feature game of the day, two Jackson Coke versus Babylon Warriors for the DCHL Rec Cup. I'm your host, Jason Stitch. I'm joined by the TGIS Rec Trophy winner, Andy Goss, he of the Scorpions.
Yeah, you heard it here first, folks. Scorpions back-to-back TGIS Rec, which, you know, for some of the consolation trophy, but it's still a heck of an award. We just got a 6-4 win over License to Thrill. I want to give them all the credit in the world. They pounded us. They pounded the net. They were very offensive-minded, very positive. It was a great game, and I'm glad I was a part of it.
Absolutely. Congratulations, Andy, stopping, I believe, something like 28 shots or something. I should remember this because I did the stats, but...
It was a lot. Both teams were shooting like crazy in that game. I don't think you're going to see that in this game, though. With these teams, the higher up you go in the hierarchy, the more their defense is strong. And that's kind of what you saw with the Thrill and the Scorpions. You saw an end-to-end game. Here, you're going to see a lot more defensive emphasis.
Absolutely. Two Jackson Coke did get the scoring on in the previous game, though, winning 7-1.
Over the Moussassins.
Over the Moussassins, yes.
But the Babylon Warriors, scored 7 seconds into the game, and it held up for the next 44.5 minutes. One of the more remarkable things I've seen, 1-0 win over the Scabs. You know, if you're going to beat the Scabs, you've got to beat them with defense, and that's what they did. And that's how we got here.
Absolutely.
Of course, you know, quarterfinals we can talk about, but those were two easy wins. The Warriors over the Greenback Boogies, the Jacks over the Street Sharks. I believe both were shutouts. So that's kind of what we're dealing with here, how they got here and how we're going to finish this one.
Yep, absolutely. Wyatt with the puck now for, well, he's playing for Babylon Warriors, but he's wearing a kind of a neon yellow shirt that's kind of similar to the two Jackson Coke green. Interesting that he is not in another uniform color, but if it works, I guess.
What's intriguing, it must be all right because the Jacks have not raised a protest about it, and I know that he has a different shirt. He wore a different shirt in the first game, so if it comes to it, he will be able to change uniform.
Yep, absolutely. Chrissy Manfrey there in the corner trying to battle it. Jake Smith now tries to hit it up. Not able to get out of the zone, but it's hit to Ben, and Ben does get out of the zone.
Two of us might be a little biased in this game. I have spent time on the Babylon Warriors, filled in for them on a couple of games this season. Jason, of course, came up with the Jacks before jumping the Greenback Bogies in the expansion draft. There's the icing call. So we each have rooting interests, but we're going to try and be as neutral as possible here.
You might try being as neutral as possible. Me, my heart is with the Jacks this game.
Oh, is that how it's going to be?
It is. No, Babylon Warriors is a very good team. And I got a couple of friends on that team too, JP among them, Kelly among them. So, you know, and both very good players too. We'll see how this game shapes up.
Indeed. So it's going to be Fitzroy and Pat Ambrosio. Two Patricks on the Babylon Warriors team. That's Pat Ambrosio taking the face-off.
And it's won by the Warriors. Warriors are going to try and hit it out, but Tim is there to keep it in for just a moment. But
Mike Segner able to clear that one, but back to Fitzroy, who's able to clear onside. And Segner again. This is what I'm talking about with the Babylon Warriors. You notice they do not give you much space to breathe. You've got to be able to take your shots when you get them. You can't look for the extra pass because they won't let you have the extra pass.
Absolutely. Fitzroy battling into the boards there. Warriors successful in getting it out briefly, but Tim is battling himself, trying to keep it in the neutral zone, but does not succeed. Warriors now going to try and get a rush going. They do not do so. Fitz kind of loses the puck and hits it back to the Warriors player.
Off the boards we go. It looks like Tessa going to try and control this one. Allows the reset. Will pass off to Segner, and nobody there on the other end to get to it.
Again, more battling in the corner there.
Jess Sheehan, who has already played today for the L32 and was very effective in that game. And now she is filling in for the Jacks here in the Division II, the Rec Championship.
Absolutely. A lot of females in the league today playing 3 and sometimes even 4 games due to roster issues of various teams and whatnot. So kudos to our females for having the stamina and the determination to play a round of hockey games.
Yeah, you might think, well, it's 45 minutes of free play. Who wouldn't take it? You have no idea how much running it takes in a gym like this. I mean, Jason and I are goalies, and we get tired just watching it sometimes.
Jake tries to pound it in there. Does not succeed. And now it's hit up. There's going to be a little bit of a rush down. Sean Sampson's going to play the puck, though.
Yeah, Sean Sampson, the Jacks goalie, on one side. We got Todd Bascom, the Warriors goalie, on the other side. This is Todd's last game as goalie. He unfortunately can't keep up, but he's going to move to a defensive position. And Roderick Cruz coming back. We remember him originally with the NWO. He'll be back in the nets for the Babylon Warriors in 2014.
So So some goalie changes coming around, not just to the Warriors, but to other teams too. We won't go into detail with every team that's getting a new goalie or a returning goalie or whatnot, but you will definitely see some changes to rosters in the 2014 winter season, folks.
Yeah, there's a lot that hasn't been decided yet. We're going to have to keep our ears peeled for that, but one of the things that has been announced is that we are going to 18 teams. It looks like it'll be 8 pro and everybody back 10 rec, with the majors and untouchables joining them. And what could be a that's going to be 2 doozies of divisions if the rosters are what I think they are.
Yep, absolutely. Warriors have the puck now. Jake Smith putting a little bit of pressure, but not too much.
This one goes offside, so they got to reset. They're able to do so. Now it's Cyril up the side.
And it's going to be hit all the way down in the corner. Tim of Jacks able to try and get there.
You know, when you're a successful rec team, you've got to have people who accept roles, and that is something I've seen a lot with the Babylon Warriors. You look at someone like Cyril, number 2, or you look at someone like Christine here going after the ball. They're players who know what they're best at and stick only to what they're best at. So that is something that you need more of if you're going to be successful, especially in the rec division where you can't really rely on stars too much.
Absolutely. And it's hit down again. Warriors defender back to take it. Chrissy Manfrey of the Jacks trying to get out there, pass to Jake Smith, but it does not connect. Jake going to continue with the second effort, though, and he has the puck. He's going to put a shot on, but the goalie, Todd, is going to stop it. And it's going to be hit all the way down. This will be icing.
It looks like. We have, looks like 8 minutes, 43 seconds. There's been a stoppage of play. I'm not entirely sure why.
I'm not sure why the clock stopped, as Andy said, but the ref's having a bit of a discussion.
All right, looks like they're just going to take the icing. It looks like they're going to restart it on the drop, but there's confusion here. And that's not our horn, so I don't know why that keeps going off. And it's still a little confusion on the sideline. Let's see if we can flag the.
Oh, I see. So they're wiping off some wet spots on the court. There's been a couple instances of that already today. In the previous game, we had to kind of in between periods wipe up a couple wet spots where the face-off is actually about to be taken. Not really sure what it is either. The roof's not really leaking, and it's not really sweat from any particular person falling down. It's just some random wet spots.
Clock restarted. We're underway, and it looks like Christine's going to try and clear this one, but only to Ben. And finally, it's knocked out by Wyatt.
Good play along the boards there. Warriors are going to win that one. They're going to take it up. Good checking by the Jacks there.
Now, each team has a couple of all-stars that we'd watch out for. It's J.P. Ulinger, obviously, but also Wendy Jason for the Babylon Warriors. Wyatt Smith was very close to one. On the other side, you have Jake Smith, who's a starter on the all-star team for rec. And with him, you also have Cassidy Proctor, who's a very good player. And
there you go. Good shot by Cassidy, and Jake able to clean up the rebound and put it in the back of the net. Very good series by the Jacks to make it 1-0 in this game.
And their all-stars come through, folks.
When in doubt, put it on net, folks. That's all you got to do. JP and Mike Bentley of the Warriors and Jacks respectively about to take the face-off.
This is interesting because even though the Warriors were the 1 seed, the Vegas line seemed to indicate the Jacks had a better chance of winning this one, especially after the early game when they shredded the Assassins compared to what the Warriors did with the Scabs. But remember, the Assassins were pretty short-handed compared to the other 3 teams in the DCHL playoffs, so I wouldn't exactly write off the Warriors yet. This could be anything going on here.
Yeah, absolutely. The Assassins had a very short bench, and in fact, there was some speculation that they might have to forfeit due to not having enough players, but at the last minute, a couple of their other players showed up, and a shot!
J.P. Ulinger, another all-star starter, puts one past Sampson. We're tied.
Yep, absolutely. I think Wendy might have had the assist on that one. And Sean Sampson clearly upset, as he should be. Defense has to help the goaltender out, especially on those rebound chances.
Another near all-star out there in Jeff King, the Warriors. Warriors had a lot of players who were almost on the team, who would have been on if they expanded to another line. This is a team that has a lot of star talent on the starting lineup, but the depth has always been a question mark.
That score currently 1-1. Warriors with a rush of their own right now.
This is Jeff now, trying to get around his man.
Passes it to JP. He's going to try and put it past Sean Sampson. Not able to corral it, though. Ben's going to hit it out of the zone.
Tessa can't keep it in, so it's going to be Mike Bentley now, passing it back to Ben. Schramm, I believe it is.
Yep.
Frank Goodwin coming up the sideline. Someone gets away.
Behind the net now, Warriors looking for a pass in front, doesn't get there.
Well, I thought JP may have gotten the stick on it, but Jess and Mike were able to close down pretty quickly.
Yep, absolutely. JP's in front looking for that pass. It hits off his stick, but he's not able to keep it in. Wendy tries to get a shot off, but cannot.
Fitzroy right there to make sure that there was no follow-through. It got through JP, and Wendy was there looking to clean up the garbage. There have been goals like that already today.
Good stop by Sean, and Mike's going to hit out of the zone. Cassidy Proctor trying to take it away from Tessa, but it's hit to JP, and JP's going to advance. But no, Mike is there with his foot, able to hit it out, and a little back and forth action near the line now. JP's going to take a shot. It's blocked by Ben.
Straight to Wendy, though. That could be something. Nope. Jess able to knock this out. Now Frank right in front of us. Couldn't quite make the connection to JP. Those diagonal passes, if they connect, can be very much a heart stopper for the defense and for the goalie.
Shot and trickling shot, and Sean is able to kind of kneel on it there.
Sean may not be at the all-star caliber, but he is not far behind, and you're going to need something a lot stronger and a lot more unpredictable than that to beat him.
Yep, absolutely. I think Sean's got about as many years goaltending as I've been alive, so that right there tells you something.
Yeah, there isn't anything he hasn't seen.
Tim will take the face-off back there in the corner. Jake's going to try and hit it up now. Jake falls, but it's ruled incidental contact. Good no call by the refs there. Kelly Kiernan's back to keep it in, though.
There's Patrick Cox doing everything to keep away from Jake right now. Now cut inside there, Segner.
Shot is blocked away, and Cassidy will get it out of the zone.
A little bit of interference there by Kelly. No call made. Now Cox splitting the double team. Does he have a chance?
Oh, Sean dives, and he's able to kind of trip up the shooter just enough to break up the play. Cassidy's going to take it back the other way, and there's going to be a no.
Nothing? Oh my goodness!
Again, going to be ruled incidental contact.
Well,
Kelly running into Cassidy there.
Well, that was pretty hard for incidental contact. I'm a little surprised that there wasn't something called just when you ride somebody down to the ground like that, you expect there to be a penalty. That's
just good hard hockey, Andy. I don't know what you're talking about.
You see anyone wearing pads here? We've got to keep the safety of the players in mind just a little bit.
No, we sign liability forms for a reason. That's how I look at it. Warriors able to hit it out of the zone.
I must be talking to a Marine here.
Sailor.
Close enough.
Not really. Jack's battling in the corner, now able to get it into the offensive zone. Jake is able to keep it in and hits down deep into the corner. Warriors are back there, but it's passed right to Jake, and that is not someone you want to pass it to, but fortunately for the Warriors, it goes high.
Just over the bar there. You make a turnover, sometimes you got to make a turnover, make sure it's by the sides. That's what they did well. Jake had to try and make a cut inside, and by that time the goalie Todd was ready, and so his only play was to try and get it over the goalie's shoulder, and he just wound up skying it.
Jack's doing a good job behind the net, but Kelly's there to hit it up. Jess is back, though, to keep it in the zone, but now it's finally... Nope, still in, and now it's out. Good job by the Warriors. And Jake's going to run back and get it and hit it up into the neutral zone.
They catch the Warriors at a bit of a line shift, but it was Pat Cox able to keep that from being any more of a disaster. And by the time Wyatt was ready, the ball was still tied up. So good play, good forechecking play by Pat Cox there.
Jake hits it up to Jess, kind of whizzes past her face. She has to duck away from it. And Owen Evans is going to try and take it up for the Warriors, but unfortunately, Jake Smith hits it away from him. Hit up along the boards now. Wyatt will be back for it. Wyatt's going to hit it behind the net. Tessa's going to take it now. Chrissy Manfrey of the Jacks putting pressure on. And
this is a bit of a mismatch the Jacks want to have. They want to be able to see if they can force a turnover here. Chrissy, a much better player with the ball than Tessa is. There you can see they get the turnover. Now what are they going to be able to do with it?
Well, not much of anything right now. Having difficulty moving. It's passed right to Owen Evans. Jess is able to keep it in. And this is not good for the Warriors.
Straight off.
And
Oh, what a catch by Bascom right there.
And Chrissy with the good shot, and Todd able to get the glove on it just in the nick of time.
Did it look like it might have been deflected mid-flight? Because it sort of had a little hop in its flight path, you know?
Yeah, I'm not really sure. I know it hopped out of Todd's glove, and he had to make a kind of a second catch on it.
Oh, is that what it was? All right.
Yeah.
We have less than a minute here in the first period. It is
Owen
1-1.
Evans and Mike Bentley are there to take the face off. It's won by the Jacks, kind of hard fought, but Owen tried to hit it out. Not able to do so, and Tess is going to be back to get it again. Taken behind the net, Cassidy with a good stick. She's going to try and pass in front of the net. And Wyatt with good defense.
There you can see why Wyatt is considered one of the best defensive-minded defensemen in the rec division, if not in all of DCHL.
Right, and ref's hand is up. There's going to be a penalty called. I don't know on who.
Oh, we're about to find out.
Wyatt for the high stick is the call. And Wyatt not happy about that call.
Well, I think I know where it was. If you watch during the post-up against Jake Smith, as the ball gets away, he makes this spin move. His stick gets above gets above parallel, and they're going to call that more often than not, just out of concern.
Right, and that it will end the first period. Warriors will start it shorthanded. I'm not sure what the shots on goal is because we weren't told to keep track of it. So we're just going to say it was a lot to a lot. And this first period of play brought to you by Bully's Pizza. We'll see you in a little bit.